Going at Sam Frost here, and in this video, what I want to do is just talk about something that I think is going to be quite a concerning issue. It's going to emerge, I think, in light of the current COVID-19 coronavirus crisis that is sort of engulfing the entire world at the moment. So what I've got here is Google Trends opened in front of me. If you're not familiar with Google Trends, it's a really quite a nifty little tool that lets you analyze the relative interest in something over time, as far as people searching that item in Google go. So you can turn to Google Trends and you can get a feel for what people are looking for and searching for in the marketplace. Now, basically what I've done on Google Trends is come along here and we're looking at United States data for now, but I might change this to worldwide in a minute. I'm just recording this live off the cuff. And what I've done is I've typed in the term make money online. Now, the score here you can see outlined that's over the last 90 days as well. Now, what you've got to bear in mind is that it's sort of a score from 0 to 100. It's like a relative score. It's not the exact number of people searching, but basically it's just a relative term. So if we go back, from 2004 to present, for example, you can see that as more and more people got online, more and more people started searching for this. Now, what we're going to do is go back to the last 90-day data and see what comes out. So we can see here, right back to around Christmas 2019, and sort of things continuing and trending along. And then you can actually see here, basically as this crisis started to really unfold and get quite a lot worse, this massive explosion in interest in how to make money online. And why am I discussing this? Why am I bringing this up? Well, basically, we can see what's happening worldwide as people are having to, give up their jobs, give up their businesses, go into lockdown. Here in New Zealand, where I live, we're going into lockdown tomorrow for, I think, 4 weeks. Just today, UK has announced it's going into lockdown for 3 weeks. Parts of the United States are in lockdown. So businesses are having to shut, jobs are having to lay off, or companies are having to lay off staff, all those kinds of things. It's basically, you've got economists saying there's, very least there's going to be a big recession, but it could be worse. It could be more like a sort of, a Great Depression 2.0, depending on how things pan out. And so basically what's going to happen, as you can see here from this Google trend, sort of peaking up over time, is that more and more people are going to be saying, how can I bring some revenue in the door? Now, obviously, bring some money into my bank account. Now, obviously, businesses, will keep trying to trade. So if you've got a business, that might be an option. Governments are looking at sort of bailout packages and handout packages and all those kinds of things. But there's no doubt that there's going to be a massive, massive impact on people, and is really something to be not necessarily terrified of, but there is no denying the massive consequences, and there's no denying as well that more and more people are going to be having to look for alternative ways to really bring money into their household to be able to pay the bills and pay the rent and all those kinds of things. And so, with anyone with an internet connection, one of the things they might look to want to do is make money online. And so you can see this growth in interest. And what concerns me is whenever people are desperate, whenever people are sort of stuck, feeling a bit despondent, as I imagine a lot of people are at the moment, and needing to find an opportunity to make themselves a living, you're going to get people who start taking advantage. And to be honest, I'm already starting to see that in the marketplace. As soon as you started seeing news, especially in the States, of people getting laid off or furloughed, or whatever the term that people tend to use is, people being put on reduced hours, bailout packages, all those kinds of things, you really started to see almost immediately a ramp up in people saying, hey, I've got the secrets to teach you how to make money online, and you can work from home, and all you need to do is just spend one easy payment of $99.99 on this package, and I'm going to show you how to run a successful business from home. Basically what I want to do is make sure that you don't fall for this trap. There are going to be a lot of charlatans and a lot of dodgy people out in the marketplace at the moment, basically trying to profit off the sort of hardship and the difficulty that a lot of people are facing right now because of this crisis. Because basically there'll be a lot of people sat at home under a lockdown, not sure of where the next paycheck's going to come from. limited savings in the bank. We've probably all seen those stats around how little the average family, whether that's in the United States or Australia or New Zealand or the UK or wherever, has in the bank. Not sure if the government will look after them adequately. And so that makes for a sort of ripe picking ground, ripe hunting ground for people who are coming along and saying, hey, I've got this push button system to let you make money online overnight, and if you just pay me a little bit, I'm going to show you how to get started. I'm going to show you how to profit. And what I want to do is just tell you to be very wary of that. Basically, do not lose sight of that old saying that if it is too good to be true, it probably is false. If someone's telling you that if you pay them $90 or $100 or $500 or whatever it is, and they're going to show you how to overnight replace your old income stream from your job or your business that's had to shut down or anything like that, the truth is they're probably fibbing to you, especially if anyone claims to have some sort of secret system. As soon as you see anything like a secret system to generating affiliate marketing commissions on demand or anything like that, a secret system to building a whole massive business on Facebook ads or anything along those lines, be very wary. It's like the old sort of stock picking systems. If you had discovered some incredible system that allows you to click a few buttons, every morning on your computer and print money on demand, well, you're either going to be the Federal Reserve or you are, going to be, in charge and in possession of something that's so valuable that why would you ever sell that knowledge to anyone else? If I'd discovered some amazing secret to running ads on Facebook that were always profitable, or running ads on Google that always generated a positive return, or building sites that ranked instantly in Google and drove huge amounts of free traffic, why would I sell that knowledge to anyone else? I would just do it for myself. I would, bring staff on board, get them to sign an NDA so that they can't share my method with anyone else, see if I could copyright it or trademark it or turn it into some form of intellectual property and milk it for all I could. So anytime someone is telling you they've got some amazing system, that they're trying to sell you a flying pig, just remember that pigs don't fly. And what they're probably doing is quite possibly preying on the vulnerability of a lot of people out there who are in a tough place at the moment. Now, what I'm not saying is that you can't make any form of income on the internet. That would be lying as well. I mean, I do it myself. I know a lot of people who do. I know a lot of people who are a lot more successful in doing it than I am. I'm lucky enough to have a business that's run largely online. So to some extent, I'm not as badly affected by this current crisis as a lot of people are who rely on that sort of bricks and mortar physical retail or physical hospitality or construction or anything like that. And you can most certainly make money on the internet. I've done it for a long time, all the way back since when I was at high school. But what I get frustrated with it, and what's a real challenge, and what you have to be able to see through is people who are, showing you some sort of strategy for creating a proper business, something that generates value for other people, solves problems, answers questions from which you profit, and people who are just selling you, information for the sake of selling you information that's never going to teach you anything valuable, or that is going to become oversaturated very quickly, or that is downright fraudulent. And it's quite hard to differentiate between the two. And in the current climate, there's going to be a lot of people pushing the latter, pushing those really shady products that, are really just designed to line someone else's pocket at the expense of people who are in quite a desperate situation in many circumstances. So this is not all doom and gloom. The truth is that there are legitimate businesses you can run online. Just take affiliate marketing, for example. There are people who do extremely well out of this, but generally there's no overnight success. What they will be doing is they will be doing something like picking a niche, so finding a problem or a pain point, creating a website around that, solving lots of problems, answering lots of questions, and it can take months, years sometimes to really start seeing results. And then off the back of that, you're able to, recommend products that you make a commission on, or create your own products, or make money from ad revenue. Now that goes on. It's something I do. Equally, there are people who do well, running paper lead offers with Facebook ads and all sorts of things like that. So it's not me getting up here and saying any form of online business is illegitimate and fraudulent. That's not the truth at all. But what I am saying is you do need to be really wary in the current climate, because there are a lot of people who will be out there, a bit like the piranhas or sharks, smelling blood and looking to take that money from people who are unsuspecting and in a desperate place. So basically what I want to say to you is, if you are sat there thinking, hey, I'm under lockdown, maybe your job is safe and you're just thinking, hey, I'm going to be under lockdown for 6 or 8 or 10 weeks or how long this thing's going to go on for. And I want to make some extra beer money, or maybe you're sitting there thinking, hey, I've got a mortgage to pay and kids to feed and things like that, and I've got to find some revenue coming in the door. Or just be really wary of anyone who claims to have some push-button miracle system to solve all those problems. On this channel, which I'm hoping to resurrect a bit more now, I'm going to be doing a lot more free content, just sharing anything I know, any strategy I know, any method I know for growing an online business, mainly focused on affiliate marketing, but I'll be looking at some other options as well. And so I hope you sort of subscribe and stay tuned for that. But just be careful out there. There are a lot of unscrupulous people around. And so, don't lose sight of the fact that there is no cheat code to success. There's no cheat code to sort of commerce. You have to work hard, and generally that working hard all stems from having an understanding of a problem that exists, and then answering the questions relating to that problem, solving that problem, and then using that to sell some kind of value add solution, basically. And anything else is at best going to be very fleeting and temporary, or at worst, you're going to be purchasing something that's downright fraudulent and not going to get you anything other than a shrunken bank account or expanded credit card balance. So yeah, hopefully you find that helpful. If you're sitting there thinking about anything, you're looking to purchase a product or a training guide or something like that, feel free to leave a comment with the title, and I can go check it out and give you my opinion. Otherwise, do subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time. As I said, I'm just going to be doing tons of free tutorials, some long, some short, some screen capture, some me on the camera. It'll be all sorts of different stuff. A bit of a mixed bag, really, but trying to steer people clear of potentially harmful information and potentially harmful information products that aren't going to add any value. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.